Sam Roberts at Goddington Road, wet Thursday afternoon, has dragged me into the abode of Mr. Mike Rare, Director of Rugby at Bedford Blues. And has this office been a place of contemplation this week for you, ahead of what is being billed as a pretty important game for the Bedford Blues? Have you been calm with your thoughts this week?
I hope so, yeah. But look, it's not all been about Friday night. There's lots of other stuff going on here, not least planning for next season, both from a training perspective and pre-season games, a lot of contract negotiations, etc. So it's not just about, which is a nice distraction. We've had extra sessions to prepare from a rugby perspective, so that's been helpful, and we're just about ready to go.
You've made clear that you've had a fair few players to pick from, a good selection. Has that been a difficult decision this week, and obviously letting people know that they won't be part of a game as big as Friday night?
Yeah, I think let's not kid ourselves. Some of the guys probably knew, given the way we selected in the latter stage of the playoff pools. But there were some tough calls. John Fisher in particular has been very unlucky, but we feel having Mike Howard in the second row is important to us. Again, Mike was disappointed he didn't play the pool games, but there's a lot of good players playing well, and I can only get 8 in my pack, and somebody's got to sit on the bench. But it's great that I look at my bench and I think what a luxury that is to have. I haven't quite had that strength of depth over the last few seasons, and beyond that really, because 34 of the 35 players who are available to me at the moment are fit. So it's a nice headache, although look, they're all good guys. They've all contributed at some stage during the season, and it doesn't make telling them any easier. That's the part of the job you've got to get on with, and similarly with the contract negotiations. There's going to be guys leaving you at the end of the season. It's all pretty tough stuff. People feel sorry for them. They've all contributed to Bedford Blues over the last few seasons, but we've got to move it on. It's my job. We've got to try and improve from year to year. We've got to stave away the complacency, we wish them well, the ones who are going, but obviously our minds are focused on the next 2 weeks at this moment in time. And to be fair to them guys, we're on the fringes of the 22 at the moment. They've been outstanding. Their attitude to training has been first class, and really speaking, the guys who are taking the field have got a duty to represent them and put in a good performance as a mark of respect for them guys.
You joked previously to us coming in just then that it was going to be a game of 4 halves. This is pretty much unknown territory for the Blues. How have you been approaching it in the sense, both games together, win both of them, not worry about anything else? What's been the approach?
Well, the approach has been to obviously we're playing at home. We want to get off to a good start and win this game. Simple as that. We haven't spoken about the second leg. That's inconsequential at this moment in time. We've got to make sure we're in front of a large crowd, partisan crowd tomorrow, and just doing what we normally do. I don't think we can change. I don't think whether it's the weather or opposition or conditions underfoot, we've got to keep doing what we know is best, and hopefully we'll be accurate tomorrow. The conditions are not going to be ideal, but I think whatever the conditions are going to be, I think they're going to be unbelievably tight and close games, and it could be one error, but hopefully it'll be skill that'll win the day over the 2 legs, and we've got a Premiership referee tomorrow, so hopefully he won't be an influence. I'd hate to think any of these games came down to refereeing decisions. So we hopefully got the best guys in charge, and it'll be the best side over 2 legs. But first and foremost, we're at home, as I said. We want to do the business tomorrow night.
Friday night game, Friday night lights. I suppose this is what Bedford Rugby is all about.
Yeah, we made that decision because Friday night worked well for us against Cornish Pirates, and it has worked well in the past. There is a quite a bit of Parks football on a Saturday and rugby, although there's probably less rugby around at this time of year. But not only that, the cricket season started. You can tell that because the rain's out there. So hopefully, we managed to get the floating supporters in, and ticket sales suggest that it's going to be unbelievably, passionately charged evening. And look, it's the whole town. Once again, it's the whole town right behind us, and the players feel that. And I'm sure there'll be many more going down to London Welsh as well. So, that's one thing we all lack for is support. And the players really appreciate that. And I don't think there'll be any lack of effort on either side, whether it's London Welsh or us. I think everyone will be going out all guns blazing to try and get in the final, because we've both been there the last 2 seasons and not quite got there. So I think it's an intriguing battle, and at least there'll be a new finalist in the championship come the end of May.
Well, we're all very excited about it. Lots of people should be there. I hope the ball bounces kindly for you, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers, Sam.